John Goodman of Washington State is basically a free man. Now, his attorney is going to be on in a second. He'll disagree with that, but that's his right. Here's why I say it. He's been arrested 7 times for driving under the influence, and this last time was no ordinary DUI. His passenger had to throw himself from Goodman's moving car to escape. Goodman also crashed his Ferrari into 2 cars and a house and only ended a high-speed chase after police drew their guns on him. So what was the sentence? 1 year of work release. The justification? Well, as a wealthy employer, jailing him would harm his employees and the community. That's what the court decided. Joining us now is Paul Strophes, Goodman's attorney. Counselor, can you give me the name of another client you have who's been arrested 7 times for this crime and not gone to jail?
I can't give you the name. Even if I had a client in that position, I couldn't give you their name, of course.
Have you ever heard of one?
I've had other clients that...
Have you ever even heard of one getting 7 arrests for DUIs and getting this gentle treatment? Come on, Paul.
I have heard of people getting, well, no, I mean, honestly, to be honest with you, I mean, you have to look at it a case-by-case basis. If there had been another person in his same shoes in terms of how the DUIs are spread out under Washington law, they could not have charged him with a felony. So he would have, anybody in my client's shoes would have gotten 364 days in jail. Now, whether or not that's a just sentence really isn't for me to say, and it's maybe for the legislature in Washington State to take up. But so the only concession Mr. Goodman got was the work release versus straight time in jail.
What about going to the Super Bowl? How about that? You don't consider that a little bit of leniency by this court? The judge allowed him to go to the Super Bowl.
Right. I don't. I mean, that's a different issue here because pre-disposition of the case, he's on conditions of release. The rules for allowing somebody to travel for conditions of release, I think, are different than what you're dealing with post-sentencing, post-conviction. And so I've had other clients charged with felony crimes, serious crimes, who have been, if the court finds that they are a low risk to society while on conditions of release, or low risk to reoffend or threaten society, they do allow travel.
Let me ask you this. The case seems to speak to a 2-tier justice system. This is a rich guy who got a very skilled attorney to work the system for him in a way that most wouldn't get that type of justice. Fair complaint.
To an extent, yes, but not entirely, I don't think, and I appreciate the compliment, but ultimately I think what happened here is, like I said, I've had other clients, maybe not with 6 priors and on their 7th DUI, but on our 3rd or 4th or maybe even 5th DUI stretched out over a period of time, and they're white-collar, blue-collar, middle-class type people who have been able to get work release in these types of situations. So I don't think he's getting special treatment versus other people. But of course, in order to qualify for work release, you have to be employed. Now, I've had people, maybe not with this specific circumstances, but people that are minimum wage earners who have gone and done work release for their jail sentence. And so I think that if somebody had been in his shoes and been a lower income earner, I think I still could have convinced the prosecutor and the judge to agree that work release was appropriate. So in that regard, I don't think that he is getting special treatment. But clearly, there are people out there who are indigent or have low-income jobs where they can't maintain those when they go through this circumstance, and so they're at a disadvantage. But I don't believe it's accurate to say that just because he's a successful businessman who employs people, that's the only reason why he got work release. And somebody that had been a state worker, for example, or something like that, making $50,000 a year wouldn't have qualified as well. I think that he would have.